Hello, my friend. Stay a while and listen.
What's going on, guys? It's Filthy and we're back with another video. Today we're looking at the Typhon's Veil, which is the Hydra set for the wizard. This is the starting set for season 22 and we're going to show you how to do GR100 in 3 minutes with only 800 Paragon. No channeling, which obviously is kind of nice because it was a bit clunky trying that with the channeling and the Death Wish. So this will move really fast, it's super tanky, very easy to play. We'll also go over a couple of T16 and bounty specs for you, so it depends whether you want to run really fast or teleport infinitely. Both those specs will work with 800 Paragon, and we'll start with the fun stuff, the 100 speed build. Before we do get going, thanks to everybody who stopped by Twitch to try and help me with this. It was super frustrating at the time, so thumbs up now would be really brighten my day. We did go away after stream, I did carry on working on it and we did crack it. We only needed a couple of swaps, we were super close, but yeah, we've done it. If you're new around here, do consider hitting the subscribe button. We've got plenty more videos on the way for season 22. But other than that, let's jump in and have a little look-see at the Hydra set. Now, the two-piece, we get a double duration in Hydras, which is super nice. They last twice as long. That's absolutely awesome. We also get 2 extra heads. Now, normally a Hydra will have 3 heads, unless you go for the single-headed rune. So we get 5 heads. Now, because of the Serpent Sparker, we get double Hydras, so that is 10 heads. Now, that is very important because the 4-piece will give us 8% damage reduction for every Hydra head. So that is 80% damage reduction at 10 heads. Now, it says the heads can't die more than 2 seconds apart. This, I think, is still quite buggy. They do seem to drop pretty quickly sometimes, so this quite hasn't been fixed yet. At some point, Blizz will get around to it, and that will make this way easier. But we're so super tanky in this setup, it doesn't really matter. But just for future, at some point that will get fixed. Now we get 2000% damage for every Hydra head, so at 10 heads that's a 20k damage mod. Now the problem that you get with Hydra is you reach a ceiling at some point because your Hydra heads start to die, you drop your damage reduction, you drop your DPS. Obviously, as I say, when the 4-piece does get reworked, that will or get fixed, that will be a little bit easier. Now, traditionally you always take the Serpent Sparker, it gives us the second Hydra, 300% damage mod, that's cool. We also take the Magistrate, so the Hydras will cast Frost Nova, amazing for map control, they'll freeze stuff for you, it's really nice, and also 300% extra damage. We used to take the Etch Sigil, but they've changed that, it doesn't benefit Hydras anymore. What we do now have is the Fragment of Destiny wand. Signature spells will attack 50% faster, which is going to be quite beneficial. We also basically get a stack every time we hit with a signature spell. So that gives us up to 30% extra damage, stacks 10 times, so 300% damage. And then the Winter Flow has been changed. We get a 1 in 4 chance of casting Frost Nova when we kill something with Cold Skill. Not too important because we've also already got the Frost Nova on the Magistrate. But interestingly, when we tag with Blizzard, so when we use that skill, we get up to 150% damage, so pretty nice. So we just need the Hydras out, we need to tag with this, we build up our stacks with our generator. Now we're going to go for Crimsons. This again adds another modifier to us, so we're getting kind of, I don't know, maybe 40-50% worth of gas out of this. So the 2-piece gives cooldown and resource cost reduction, 20% for both of those. 3-piece, you know, we get increased toughness for resource cost and increased damage for cooldown. So more cooldowns, more damage, more resource is more toughness. Now we're also going to take a Squirts, so provided we can mitigate incoming damage and not take any, so if we shield up we get double damage the whole way. Again, we are super tanky, so this will rarely ever drop off. We've got the Enforcer here for extra pet damage, which is nice. We've got the Bane of the Trap because this is a run around really fast, stand in the middle of stuff and blow it up, my favourite kind of build. We've also got the Powerful, which again is adding another modifier once we pop that first elite. Now the kicker, what we swap to is Echoing Fury. Now this gives a stacking attack speed buff. Each time you kill something, it's 15% per stack, so max 75%. The pets scale off attack speed, so 75% attack speed is wonderful. We also get 25% move speed, which does help keep us nice and zippy. I've gone for full damage gems in the chest plate and trousers. Again, just trying to eke out that extra damage. And to help keep up the Squirts, we've got 80% damage reduction here. 80% for Karini whenever Storm Armor electrocutes something. It just has to be more than 15 yards away. It will be up pretty much most of the time. We've gone for Unity just to round out the toughness in case Karini drops, or if we do have it up, it just makes us ultra tanky, which is very nice. So again, Squirt should be up pretty much most of the way. And then finally, we've got Rogue to round out the bonuses. Again, this defaults with attack speed, no bad thing. So it may well be easier to get the Karini in here for the maximum bonus. So I think that covers the gear, so let's just jump in and do the skills. Now Hydra, Frost Hydra, the reason we're going for this is because Winter Flurry rolls with cold % damage, so we may as well get the extra juice. Spectral Blades, Barrier Blades, these give us a protective shield whenever we land an attack. Super helpful for keeping up the squirts. Again, these stack up with the Winter Flurry really quickly, gets 10 stacks super fast. Storm Armor Scramble, we want to be taking hits. This will give us 25% move speed for 3 seconds, very nice. Magic Weapon Deflection, extra damage 10%, and again a protective shield when we attack, again helps out with the squirts. Blizzard, we basically take the fire ring because it's got the biggest area of effect, means we can tag more enemies. Then Teleport Wormhole, we get to use the cooldown again within 3 seconds. Keeps us nice and zippy, so you DPS, you get 2 teleports, and then off you go again. Passes wise, Unstable Anomaly, just in case, the only thing you can really cock up with this is if you don't put your Hydras at the next floor, you don't have your damage reduction, so you will proc this. It's handy just in case of emergencies. Audacity, extra damage for stuff up close. Again, things tend to move towards you. I just tend to stand in the middle of the Hydra, so I just find extra damage is handy. By all means, you could try and play this a bit more at range with Power Hungry. Galvanizing Ward, 60% shield, again keeps up the squirts for us. And then Arcane Dynamo, when we do the Spectral Blades, we get Arcane Dynamo stacks at 5 stacks. That Hydra now deals 60% extra damage, which is good. So in theory, ideally you want to do 5 stacks of this, then do the Hydra, but you don't need to sweat it too much, not mandatory. It's just extra damage when you do actually get up to your 5 stacks. Now, you don't burn your stacks, so if you get to 3 and put a Hydra down, doesn't make any difference, they don't go away. It's just the next one after that will get the benefit. Right, Paragon 800. Let's go do 100, and we'll show you the T16 specs. So when you jump in, you need to do Hydras pretty quick, hit your buffs, and then recast the Hydras, Blizzards, and as you can see, we're absolutely just going to Shrek this stuff. And we've got the teleport, we can whiz through the map, plop the Hydras down, plop the Blizzard down, and then just run up and smash stuff with the Spectral Blade. Make sure you're getting your 10 stacks. If you need to recast the Hydras for the Arcane Dynamo bonus, by all means do so. So Hydras, Blizzard, whack with Spectral Blade. Hydras, Blizzard, whack with Spectral Blade. Hydras, Blizzard, whack with Spectral Blade. And yeah, obviously you can recast them when you get to the 5 Arcane Dynamo stacks. That would help you out a little bit with the damage. And the nice double teleport, as you can see, is coming in pretty clutch. Does help us out. Just try and clear these maps just a little bit quicker, because obviously we can, when we don't teleport into the wall, it does work pretty well. Absolutely fine on Arcane Power, as you can see. We don't need the Shame of Delzir or anything like that. Again, nice Oculus Spawn for us there. And this is with 80 level gems as well. So you just need to get used to dropping the Hydras, hitting the Blizzard, and then for pylons, I tend to pre-prep them like that. So I'll hit the Hydras, 2 of them on the pylon, and cast the Blizzard, so that as soon as the elite pops out, we just have to hammer it. We do also have the benefit of the Shadow Clones. Shadow Clones for the Wizards for the speed farms seem to be fairly decent. They do seem to be doing something and helping us out. But given that this is like what, spear chuckers and stuff, we've crunched a few juggernauts. As you can see, the deeps is pretty crazy. Is this a double pack? Yeah, double pack, completely melted. You're out of here, and we're on to the next floor. So yeah, this is a ton of fun to play. You need to cast your Hydras again at the start of each floor. The only thing I would say is the Echoing Fury obviously doesn't help for the Rift Guardian, but it's still a fairly fast fight. So double teleport again. Try and get around the map a little quicker. Is it going to be this way? As you can see, like a really GG map, obviously you'll do super fast. And then something a bit more mediocre. Speed Pylon's really nice, actually. Again, the pets just hit super hard, don't they? So we might actually make the 3-minute promise here, guys, whilst commentating, which isn't too bad for 800 Paragon. So you get some orgs on this, get yourself juiced up. You may well be busting these out even quicker, or much more likely you'll be doing, like, I don't know, 110s maybe, 105 110s with super juice character. So again, prep the boss, 2 Hydras, hit the Blizzard, 5 Arcane Dynamo stacks, recast the Hydra, 5 stacks, recast the Hydra, and then there you go, bang. And we got on the leaderboards, so that's nice. So how fast was that? Yeah, under 3 minutes, GR100. So that's, yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. It's super tanky, very, very easy to play as well, which is obviously good. But let's go back to town. We'll show you the T16 and bounty setups, and then you can choose which one of those that you like. And obviously you'll be melting stuff. Now the gear is fairly decent, guys. You know, it possibly is a little unlikely you'll get to 800 Paragon and have this gear, but we've basically got double crit cold on the amulet, cold crit on the braces, you know, crit chance on your helm, Hydra damage and preferably cooldown or area damage on shoulders, double crit, cooldown and area damage probably here. You know, damage percent fine, cooldown fine, attack speed fine, area damage fine, intelligence fine, cold percent here, crit chance, cooldown, main stat, and yeah, chest plate Hydra damage as well. Other than that, guys, you know, fairly straightforward stuff. Now, in terms of keys, we'll show you the T16 run version first. So this is based on move speed. So we're going to equip the Echoing Fury for the fear chance. We pair that with the Larceny Ring. This really should go here because this also has a chance to fear on hit, so we will get more move speed out of that. Gold wrap for the move speed and for the gold. Kimbos again to do the gold. Green gem in here, again we need gold for empowering rifts these days. Still going to rock the crimsons. We've got the Winter Flurry, but we're dropping the blizzard from the bar because the Hydras just hit so hard on their own. Gold wrap for the immortality, and then yeah, we've dropped powerful obviously out of this. In terms of skills, we're working in Familiar Sparkflint, 10% damage, which is nice. And other than that, I think we swap Force Weapon in for more damage, and we've got Diamond Skin in just for basically move speed. So let's equip this. We'll do a T16 real quick, and we'll show you the move speed spec. And as always, guys, D3 planners will be in the description. Now, what's faster, this or doing the teleport? Obviously, it's difficult to say. We're not going to pick anything up, guys, because it's PTR, so there's literally no point in us doing that. So as you can see, Hydras melt on their own. Again, only the 800 Paragon, no augments. You know, we don't really need. Don't need to take the blizzard. But you know, if you're struggling for damage early on, you know, by all means, you can stick it on the bar. You just take off this here, the Sparkflint, and then you just have to basically press the button to tag stuff. But you know, we've got the move speeds. You know, it's a bit funky, isn't it? Because the Echoing Fury sometimes goes off, sometimes it doesn't. But you know, we can pop the Diamond Skin. That gives us a little bit of move speed as well. And we've still got the 2 teleports in. We've swapped passives wise. We've gone on for Illusionist so that we can move 30% faster after doing the teleports, which is pretty good. And what else? I can't remember. What else do we do with the passives? I think we've made another passive swap as well, but we'll look at that when we swap over to the teleport one. Teleport's possibly a bit more useful for bounties, just because sometimes with bounties you get like these long distances, don't you? But again, double teleport is quite nice. You know, even if you do get these kind of cruddy stretches, it's still pretty quick. One thing with the teleport is obviously if you were doing non-PTR stuff, you would be stopping to pick this stuff up. So, you know, as I say, I quite like move speed. I think it's funny to watch the character run around really fast, and it's possibly a little easier for console. I used to struggle on Xbox with teleport-based builds. They never seem to function quite so well for me. Your teleport's a little bit less controlled, isn't it? Do we get all those orbs? Yeah, we've also got Avarice Band, obviously, guys, for the pickup radius. So we don't need the Carini for this particular spec because what's the point? You don't need it. You've got the gold wrap to do the toughness, and there you go. You know, so absolutely fine on damage. Don't need the blizzard at all. But as I say, if you're struggling when you're working it up, that's absolutely fine. You know, obviously shadow clones help and stuff. Now, what were we doing? Passives wise, yeah, we also swapped onto Astral Presence just to give us a bit more arcane power juice. But as I say, D3 planner in the description. Now, this is the teleport one. So what we're changing here is we're taking out Echoing Fury because we're not going to go for move speed. We're going to do Ether Walker or Ether Walker even for infinite teleport. we're going to drop the larceny rings. We're going to take Stone of Jordan, extra cold damage, which is nice. And other than that, I think this works pretty much the same. Now, obviously, for bounties, which we'll show you, there's no point. I'm not going to do the run bounty one, but all you're doing basically is taking Carini instead of the gold wrap. The entire spec's the same, just again for that damage reduction. But we'll show you the teleport bounty once again. No gold wrap in this because this is for bounties. If you do feel like you need the damage, as we say, we've got that super simple swap. We basically just put in Blizzard because we still are using this, so that's an extra 150% damage. So GR80 is kind of about 4-player-ish level. So let's just go and show you that this works fine as well. Again, if Gold Find isn't floating your boat this season, you know, Flavor of Time's a super easy swap, isn't it, to put in? You can get rid of your Boon of the Hoarder gem if you want to put something in for a bit more damage. You know, as I say, if you find that maybe you don't have quite the punch power that you want with this, Blizzard just goes in and you've got that 150% extra damage modifier. So if you're not comfortable playing at this level with this level of damage, it's a very easy swap. And yeah, but as I say, Hydra, I think it's got enough power personally without it. And again, as soon as you start auging, once you get up to like, you know, 1,000, 1,200 Paragon, you certainly won't need it then. But you know, we've got the infinite teleport, so just as soon as, like, shielding can be a bit of a pain. That's one of the only things. But you know, I mean, is that true of every build? But you know, if this is like a bad bounty map, you'd just be teleporting through it. You can run out of arcane power if you just absolutely spam the crap out of teleport on Hydras. But you know, this is it. You just basically zip round super fast. You know, it's quite good for avoiding damage as well, isn't it? We probably should have safe passage. I did mean to change that. So that'll be another 25% damage reduction. So that'll be right in the D3 planet, but I think we've just got Wormhole on from the other build. And we've swapped to the arm guards for this because it's for bounties. So whenever we break something, we run faster. So no NEMs. Again, you don't really want them for bounties, just because you don't want the extra monsters to kill. Generally is an inconvenience. But you know, go to your Act 3 bounties, bust up all this stuff, and yeah, even more move speed. Still got the move speed on Prism, so you know, even if you get something cruddy like this where you can't really teleport through it, there's still a decent amount of move speed in it. Albeit we do have the speed pylon, which obviously helps out a bunch. So there we go, Carini's dropped off. We've still got the cheat death to rely on, so you know, no real problem. But you know, more augments, you'd be fine. You can always try armor gems as well if you're not happy with the level of toughness. But you know, not bad for 800 Paragon as like a kind of base spec. You know, you can work around this. You know, whatever it is you want to do. Gloves of Worship is something maybe to try and consider working in. You know, again, Focus and Restraint possibly offers another modifier, but just think it's a little hard to kind of keep your toughness up for it. And I'd certainly personally don't like playing the Deathwish version of this. It just felt clunky as hell. And yeah, this gives us 40% of our life. You know, so again, a little bit on-demand toughness for the diamond skin. If you think you're about to take a spike, or just before a boss is going to attack you, you know, you can pop that. And what I would do for bounties probably is when you do get to bosses, just before you go in, change this off to Blizzard for the extra 150% damage. I mean, that's pretty quick, that anyway, but you know, another 150% damage, again, would just be, should we try some 1%? Let's see how lucky we're feeling. Yeah, another 150% damage would be great. There we go, surprising we didn't get any. So that is the Hydra, guys. It is a lot of fun. Really surprised that it's so super fast and so super tanky for GR100s with only 800 Paragon. You know, we start juicing this up, it's gonna be pretty good. Yeah, fast for keys as well, and very flexible. All these things you can swap them around. Lots of different options you can do, but this is my base starting template. I don't know if I'm gonna roll Wizard, probably not. But yeah, you can continue to work on this yourselves. I've been the Filthy Casual. I hope you're enjoying your weekend. Stay safe. I'll be back real soon. Take it easy. Peace.